People forget that like we're artists and we're not actually business marketing students.
Instagram.
Instagram. The age of like traditional record deals is gone.
One of the most important tools, to grow up as an artist.
Freaking test it on Instagram. Like get it out there, let people hear it right away.
Super excited to welcome all of you, all looking good, beautiful, amazing, gleaming. Some of our followers might know you separately, but for those who don't, let's get like a brief intros from everybody. Ladies first, Angela, floor is yours.
Yeah, hi everybody. And how are you guys doing? I'm Angela. I am a musician and a model and an actress. And I love doing music, and that's kind of more what I gravitate towards. And I'm honestly just really thrilled to like share this platform with like such amazing artists from like all over the world. So I love this.
Yay! Prequel fam,
Prequel fam.
intercontinental.
Yes.
I'm actually. Hi, my name
Hi.
is Saul Sam. Hi. I'm actually a singer and songwriter. I love like this Prequel app because it's helping like so much with everything, with all the creation things, and like there's new things coming out. Like there's new surprises.
Good. Welcome to the squad. John, what about you?
What's up, everybody? First of all, just a privilege to be here with these two amazing artists. I got to listen to some of your music. Officially a fan now, and stoked to hear what you guys are coming out with here in the future.
Let's start a
Thank
band.
you.
Let's actually start a band.
Yeah,
This is like
honestly, at this point.
Black Eyed Peas situation in my
Yeah.
head for
I would love
2024.
that.
No, I'm
Who
joking,
knows?
but also let's talk after the thing.
We'll do
Yeah.
a collab.
On to the kind of serious part of the discussion. Music industry, as you all know, but some of our guests may have noticed, our viewers and listeners, music industry is changing so much, so rapidly. And in the past couple of decades, obviously, a big driver for change is social media. And social media has become a way for all of you and all of the artists, musical artists globally, to connect with new audiences in new ways that we couldn't have imagined even like 5, 10, 15 years ago. But also it's such a kind of separate thing, separate lane, and there is a variety of things, the variety of ways for musical artists to employ social media for their goals and for their career trajectories, and all of you are doing different things along the spectrum. So today, yeah, promoting music on social media, do's and don'ts, red flags, hidden traps. Let's talk about all that. I have some questions prepared, and I'm kind of ask one question to one person, but everyone else is welcome to lump on with their thoughts and opinions. And also, these questions are more like direction, it's not real questions, I guess. So. Have you personally taken social media as a powerful tool for promoting yourself um, in the first place? Like, have you seen social media as literally a promotion tool before anything else? I wanted to ask Angela that. Also, ladies first, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's a very powerful tool. I've been using it since 2012, and I've seen it grow, and I've seen the features change, and I've seen like people join it and all of those things, and I feel like it's such a good platform for our audience and our fans to like connect with us. I don't think that we ever had a better app for that, before at that time, like maybe back in like early 2000s and stuff. Like now I feel like there's so much room to like connect with your fans and your audience, and like talk to them, interact with them and stuff. So I feel like that really opened up a whole like horizon to like a whole new kind of experience with your favorite artist.
Yeah. It's also interesting because sometimes I feel like in the music world, between the artists, there's like a clear kind of camps. Some people that like social media kind of not first, but they're like thrive on social media. Some who see social media as a kind of as a chore, as a job, something that label is making them do it. What's your take? What's social media for you, John?
Well, yeah, back in like 2020 is when during COVID actually, is when I kind of hit the gas on really going after content, specifically with music. And I think you nailed it on the head when in the beginning of this. Like the music industry is rapidly changing, and I think the age of like traditional record deals is gone, if not quickly leaving. And we kind of live in an era where it's really up to the artist to A&R themselves and kind of get their music out there and test the market. And I think Instagram, specifically Instagram right now, I think TikTok was that for a while, but I think Instagram kind of favors music content right now. I think it's the best way to test the market and to, start building and activating a fan base. And I mean, I've made a career out of it now, just in I think like 4 years. Like that's how fast stuff can grow, and it just takes a lot of dedication and showing up every day. It's hard work. You kind of said there's people who look at it as a chore, as a job. Yo, it is a job, and like if you want to make this your job, you got to like show up every single day. So for me, it's been life changing, and I think if you just show up with that mentality of like, I want to make this my gig, I want to make this my career, it's 100% possible now more than ever.
Yeah.
Right. And what would you say are the top social media platforms for putting your music out there? Like Instagram or Bandcamp, SoundCloud?
And I'd love to hear from you guys, but I would definitely say Instagram is personally the one that I favor. I haven't had as much luck on TikTok. I know some of my friends, they do have a lot of luck, but for whatever reason, Instagram, it like directly affects your Spotify and Apple Music engagement. Where TikTok,
Corporations.
correct.
Yeah.
Where TikTok, it's pretty body. Like you don't really know who's watching, you don't know who's listening, you don't know who's engaging. Where Instagram, there's a direct correlation. So I would say Instagram, like if you're trying to get into this game, put most of your energy towards Instagram right now.
Right.
I would love to hear from what you guys.
Yeah. So do you have a preference?
Yeah, I actually feel like more comfortable with people in Instagram. I feel like it's like a platform right now, like it's making artists like be more popular.
Mhm.
Like I would say like 3 or 4 years ago, like TikTok was the one that was making big artists and but right now I would say Instagram Reels, especially Instagram Reels, because you can post your Instagram Reels with your song and you never know, it could go viral. So I feel like that's one of the most important tool, to grow up as an artist right now.
Right. Instagram still TikTok's hustle completely.
Yeah.
Are any of you guys using SoundCloud or Bandcamp? Maybe more. No. Okay.
I think SoundCloud, like sometimes, when you want to refer to like different music, but then what I like about SoundCloud is the fact that like you can still kind of remix music and you can make your own sound out of it. And like there's not that sort of like thing where, you might get copyrighted.
Right.
It's a free for all. And I feel like that's kind of like where people's creativity comes out in that sense, where it's not like a proper thing, but it's like, it's so
free flowing.
Anyone can do anything on that. Yeah, it's very free flowing.
You
so I really like that about SoundCloud.
You make it, you
Yeah,
drop
but
it.
it's not that I use it myself.
Right.
Yeah, but I do really enjoy like listening to like different versions of stuff that people have made. So
Right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sped up remix, slow down remix. All together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I also something that you said, John, about being your own A&R. I think there are a lot of great examples of it in the industry, from like across the table. Like Charlie XCX is a great example of someone who's like literally A&R'd herself and made like a whole trend of collaborations in this like mid-tier artist, mid in a good way, like reaching out just through DMs and making things happen that like would take labels to like endorse or sign off weeks and weeks. What would you say? Is there a strategy to A&Ring yourself on Instagram? What do you guys have to say about that? Sal or anyone who wants to pick up this?
I feel like the biggest strategy is to try to analyze your followers and what they really want, what they really like, and why they're following you. Like, for example, in my case, I do covers from other artists, and I always try to get advice from my followers, like what would they like me to
Right.
sing, what would they like me, to do, what styles, sometimes to change the style of other songs to jazz or to, I don't know what I feel like the most important thing is to know what your people want. That would help other people to share, and then more people will be able to see. And the other thing that I would say that's very important right now on the Instagrams is to follow the trends according
Right.
to your content, of course.
Right.
That's I would say that's my strategy.
Right. Angela, John, do you have
Angela,
any strategies?
there you go.
Thank you. Honestly, I kind of see like Instagram as like, I see different people's profiles as like my favorite TV show. So for me,
Right.
it would be like, what is attracting me to them? And I feel like that personally for me would be like consistency and how often they post, if I really like their stuff. And with the consistency, it's about like maybe their content. Maybe I want to see the same type of style out of them.
Right.
Or maybe, it depends on whatever your art form is, I feel like. And let's say it requires like maybe a couple months for you to complete whatever that thing is. So instead of, posting from the beginning to like just the end, you could, post your process and you can ask your fans about it and you can be like,
Right.
oh, like give me some advice and, do questions
Yeah.
and do polls and stuff. So I
Yeah.
feel like for me, it's more about like kind of being as connected with my audience as possible. Talking to them, interacting with them and stuff, because I feel like that makes them feel like you're also just
Yeah.
another person
Right.
at another part of the world.
Involve
So for
them.
that, for me, yeah.
Involve them into like the whole life cycle of a project.
Yeah, the whole
Right.
process of it. I feel like
Yeah.
people love looking at the process of things.
Right.
So,
I,
but it's better
I
to
think
like
so.
involve them in that.
I
Yeah.
personally connect with that too. John?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, kind of, they both said.
Oh, we lost John.
Well,
Or no, we didn't.
Oh, there he is.
I think.
You guys.
Yeah, we lost you too. I think you just like didn't want to take this question, so like put yourself in the bit of a mute. Yeah. To catch to follow up on something that Sal said, I think there is maybe kind of two like clouds of strategies. Generally, there are artists who are like, I have a vision and I'm sticking to it, and social media kind of followers can jump on that or not jump, but I'm like, it's just a like window into my thing. And other people who are like, I have my vision, but also on top of that on socials, I'm spreading out a bit with maybe covering other people's songs or doing like dance things, doing behind the scenes things, doing like having like a more expanded universe of themselves, specifically on Instagram or social media. What's your guys? What do you say, Angela, that you are more of a interaction with people type of thing? Is anyone here ever considered like just like sticking to their very definite vision and not like pandering to followers, or is that not the type of situation we're in?
I would probably do both. It kind of depends on like what's working for you in that moment. And you know, specific to your genre or of like art or whatever you're creating, right?
Right.
And different things can work for different people. So I guess what might work for me might not work for you, and you know, vice versa. So I feel like you know, maybe if I were doing like a popular song, maybe I don't want to do a cover of a popular song, and I just want to do a song that's just mine. Um, you know, people might like it, people might not, but I could never predict that, you know. So I don't know
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
I think flexibility, especially if you're starting out, just being
Yeah,
flexible and like um yeah, it's just testing things. It's just like trial and error, seeing what's working, what's not. I mean, when I kind of first started going after like artist stuff and you know kind of showcasing my production, 'cause that's what I do. I produce other people's music. I was doing kind of like what Sam does. I was doing covers as well, just kind of putting my own spin on things. And but it was always for me, it was always in the genre and style of what I wanted to be
right.
producing, and then also the type of music that I'm writing. So I feel like if you're gonna test things, make sure it's intentional and like it's all kind of pointing to what the long-term goal is. For
Right.
me, it's pop
Right.
music. I want people to hear the pop, you know, songs that I'm writing, the pop songs I'm producing. So the songs that I'm going to cover, whether it's, you know, a traditional pop song or not, like it's going to have that essence, for lack of a better term.
Right.
Like people are going to, they're going to, once they hear my original music, they're going to be able to connect with that because they were able to connect with the Weekend cover that I did or the Bieber
Right.
cover I did or whatever.
Yeah. Never do anything without intention,
Yeah.
I think.
Correct.
Yeah. Solange, always like speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, next question is a bit of a open-ended. What's the biggest setback in promoting music online for artists? What's the biggest challenge? Does anyone want to pick up this one?
I'll go.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, it's easy to get discouraged. Like, it's easy to get in your head about like, oh, this video didn't perform, or this song that I
Mhm.
released didn't do as well as I wanted it to. And I think the biggest like proponent in what you're doing is yourself, and you know, allowing yourself to get in your own head and just compare yourself. And I think you just have to have a long-term perspective of like, you know, this is not going to be a 2 month ordeal where I'm going to blow up in 2 months. Like this is,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm in this for the long haul, and whether it be 2 months, 2 years, 10 years, like whatever it is, as long as I'm enjoying the process and
Right.
I'm loving what I'm doing, like that's for me, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Easier said than
yeah,
done, I know, but like, yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I feel like, yeah, the most important thing on this process is like to believe in yourself, to know what you would like to do, and to know who you would like to be. It's always the most
Exactly.
important thing, and never give up. Like you always have to keep trying, keep trying, keep trying until you make your goal.
It's good.
Exactly.
yeah.
Angela?
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like people forget that like we're artists and we're not actually business marketing students.
Yeah.
So for me,
Right.
like, you
Right.
know, I mean, we wouldn't know how to do all of those things at once because, you know, we can only focus on one thing at a time. And I feel like making art and then like, you know, the whole process and all of those things like that already as an artist like takes kind of a toll on you while you're doing it because it's so much work.
Exactly.
And then on top of that, having to like market your song and then, you know, doing promotions and everything, it does become a lot. So I would say, you know, either, you know, find somebody, a friend or someone you trust who can help you, you know, maybe market your stuff better. And if not better, then just help do it for you.
Right.
Or if you're doing it alone, then, you know, just remember that like, you know, you have to love yourself through the whole process because you have to give yourself that time and that energy and, you know, it's it's not a race, so you don't really have to worry about like, oh, my time's running up. Like, it's not
That's
about that.
good.
It's about,
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you want
that's
to take
scary.
it out and when you feel like you're ready to take it out. So, yeah, I think your art deserves that respect to be taken out when you're ready to take it out.
Right, great words.
Yeah.
Um, would you say there is that any of you maybe encountered that struggle of balancing out um, showing more of you, like personal, emotional side of you to your followers, or like keeping the border, keeping the drawing a line, keeping a distance with your followers? Like, how does
Yeah.
anyone have anything to say about this?
I feel like the way, like, this is a personal comment, the way that I show my followers like my feelings and the way I am and my personal thing is while singing.
That's
Yeah.
that's a good stance. Yeah.
That's
Also,
great.
because on some of these Prequel Live events that we holding with professionals with like audiovisual industry, creators of video content, tutorials and stuff like that. They always speak about how there's like about showing some of your like personality that would make it like more personal for the viewers, but also like keeping the line and keeping some kind of balance. So I wonder if that
Yeah.
translates, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was leaning into.
I'd say for me, like I pretty much have since 2019, I've pretty much like taken all personal content off my feed and have kept it very much like um just content that's a part of like what I do for a living,
Right.
part of what I'm doing on a daily basis.
Right.
Just practically speaking, like I think for me, if I'm going to invite people into my personal life and my family and my
Yeah.
hobbies, like I like to work out, like they're gonna see that stuff probably more on my story.
Right.
Just me kind of posting just random things throughout the day, and I feel like it's a great. The stories are a great tool because it just it invites people into your personal life, but it also kind of helps with engagement. I'm not the best at responding to things, but I try to respond to
Yeah.
Instagram DMs and messages as much as possible. And stories is just a great way to kind of start a
You're right.
conversation with people and
To
for
be
them to get to know
relatable.
you.
To let people be to relate to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah. Sorry, a bit of a memo for those who might have joined us later in the call. Reminder that everyone commenting will get DMs from our bot with tutorials, for example, about making your own single cover or album covers with the help of Prequel tools, and some discounts and special offers. So don't refrain from commenting, and you'll get the DMs. Anyway, how how about actual content creation? I think everyone spoke to that being a bit of a time-consuming process. Do any of you outsource that to other people, to a team, to a manager, a friend, or does anyone stick to everything by doing everything by themselves? What are the takes here?
I usually edit myself.
Me
I try to do
too.
it myself as much as possible because I feel like I can't I wouldn't be able to explain my vision to somebody in that sense
Right.
because when you've made a song or when you're creating a project, you are the director. So in your head, you're like, okay, I have all these ideas and I don't want to give it to somebody else because maybe they won't understand my ideas. So what I like to do is just, take control because I have a control issue. I am like such a control freak. So I love like, taking control over like the project and like kind of doing it myself. And then it becomes more of like then, my baby.
Right.
So then I'm like, okay, cool. Like now I like this. Oh no, we lost John.
Oh no, we
Oh,
love John.
So oh no.
He just checked
So
out.
yeah. So yeah, I just love like kind of making it my own thing and then kind of putting it out there. because I feel like it makes it a little bit more personal in that sense.
Saul, what about
Yeah,
you?
me too. I'm a very complicated person when it comes to editing because I want everything to be perfect.
Same.
And I've always said that if I want something perfect, I have to do it myself because I'm very, very weird
Yeah.
about, like explaining things, how I want to work like this, or I want this video to be like this. So yeah, I like to do it myself. I feel like it's more personal. It's more like I like it way more when I do myself and I did this and I know what to do with that. Yeah, I love to edit myself.
It makes
Same.
sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, we're in the camp of self-editors and control freaks, apparently. Um, we know that some of you might be using Prequel for creating your content, and we have some presets for creating album covers specifically and other stuff. Do any of you want to highlight any of the Prequel tools that you
I
use?
do.
Yeah, Angela, go
I
on.
dude, these days all I've been using is like Bloom. It's like one of my favorite ones, but I love the fact that there's like something new every other time that I go on there. Like there's so many like presets, and like because I edit myself as well, so like I love exploring like all of the little options that I can get, and I'm just like, "Oh my God, yes. This is going to look slay. I need to have this." So,
Prequel promo.
yeah,
No,
Prequel
it is.
promo.
we actually we love to we love to create for creative people as a company run by creative people. We love when people from different industries find something to that is actually like practically useful for their workflows. That's the biggest accolade we can ever have. So that means a lot. Yeah, Sal, John, do you have any
I
comments on that?
do I'm always when I'm gonna post like a photo shoot or something, I already told you, but I always use the Julie filter. Like that's something that I have to use. I have to use it.
Yes.
And most of the times all of my pictures I did them with Prequel app. Like Prequel it's something that it's on my daily activities.
Yay, thank you.
I think
Uh,
me
John.
personally, I love the dust filter or the effect, and then also Monroe. Um, I don't know. There's especially for like high definition video, like Prequel really it works really well when you're trying to get stuff to look crispy and it doesn't look like I don't know. This is Instagram, like they're doing their best, but some of the effects sometimes it
Oh my
just
God,
kind of
yeah.
dulls down the equality
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
quality.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm always every single video that I've sent this to you guys, like every video that I have, whether it's on a very light setting or like cranked, there's always some sort of prequel color correction or filter happening. And it
That's
looks great.
that's great to hear. It's also very endearing that yeah, really endearing that we kind of met all of you through being parts of our community, being our followers, and you guys, all three of you, engaging with our content on socials. It's like a beautiful way to like, as a brand,
Yes.
to feel appreciated. So thanks to all of you for that also. And do you think there's like a outside of prequel? Let's just think for a second that there exist other things. Would you say there's like a perfect starter pack for launching your musical career as a musical creator on socials? What other apps or tools or maybe PC programs you would put out there as the absolute musts for other people in the industry that might be starting out?
Uh, I'll I'll go. For me, like I used to actually do all my editing on Final Cut,
Right.
and I just noticed every single time, like it doesn't matter what my export settings were, it just never looked great on Instagram. Like it looked fine, but it was never as like crispy as I wanted it to be. So recently, I've just moved literally all my editing, like audio stuff, like syncing audio to video, all that to to iPhone apps. So I use CapCut.
Me too.
So I'll literally upload the direct raw file to my phone,
Right.
edit in CapCut, and then I do all like the captions in CapCut are amazing.
Right.
And then
True.
I'll do all my color correction stuff, lighting type stuff in Prequel.
Get that, Apple. -1 Final Cut customer.
Yeah.
I would probably say Soundtrap. I don't know if you guys have used it. I
No,
love
what's that?
Soundtrap. So it's like it's this little DAW, which is basically like it's connected to like Spotify. It's powered by Spotify, and it's a very friendly user way to like produce music. So I've been using it for a while, and when I started off making music on my own, because I usually had people making music for me, and then I was like, no, I need to learn this myself.
Yeah.
So when I started learning, that was what I learned on, and it kind of gives me like GarageBand vibes,
Okay.
but like even better. And it's just an amazing
Is it
app. Like to start
for the
off,
Mac or for your
it's
phone?
for it's online, so it's like a website. So you can go on
Okay.
soundtrap.com and then you can make an account and it gives you premium and all those things and then you can just kind of. But I love
Wow.
it. It's like one of my favorite things these days, and I still use it sometimes for like videos, to make songs for videos, or if I want to just create a new song, I could just go on it. So for me, like that would be like the top one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Saul?
Yeah, I only use two apps to edit my videos or pictures, and those are CapCut and Prequel App. I feel like those apps like have everything I need. Like I don't need anything else. That's all I need.
Same.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
a beautiful
music-
pull-out quote for our Instagram.
for music, I use Ableton, but yeah,
Yeah,
for all
Ableton.
the visual stuff, I use Prequel and CapCut.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, we should collab with Ableton at this point, just like
Oh
for
no,
all the
yeah.
music creators. Like,
Dude, let's go.
yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I'd be
We'll
so
send them
down.
this video, like, you down? Question mark.
I'm sure they would.
To kind of round this off, I have a rapid fire questions round.
Okay.
And just to make it less of a mess, we've never done this rapid fire thing, but also with 3 people. So let's say Angela, Sal, John, in this order. Just give your answer, the kind of like first association you have that comes to your mind. It's going to be just several questions, so don't freak out or whatever. If not music, then what? What would you do?
Runway model.
Oh my God, that's such a hard question because I've never imagined my life without music. I actually studied violin artist.
Okay.
Probably like entertainment attorney.
Wow, that's interesting.
Attorney,
that's a whole team. That's a whole team that you can put together. Okay. Musical artists whose socials you like. 2 or 3 names.
Kanye, Jack Stauber, and the Marias. Kanye, just because it's like so unpredictable and it's like so weird. Like I love
That's
it.
weird.
Like I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm like, tell me what you're about to post. So I literally have him on belt.
Yeah.
I know every time he posts. Yeah.
I would say Mariah Carey, Paris Hilton, and Lily Pons.
Yes.
Okay.
The Weeknd. He's always up to something crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm gonna say Kanye as well. It's entertainment at this
So
point.
good.
Probably Bieber. I'm always curious, like what he's gonna do next. So
Yeah.
No one mentioning Azalea Banks is like so funny. Like that's on my bell. That's on my like.
Even Nikki's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love Nikki.
But Nikki is on Twitter for me.
Yeah.
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 It's
I love
Nikki's
it.
Twitter for me.
I love it.
Okay. Best platform to actually put your music on that you're looking for, or like that you prioritize and putting your music on.
Instagram.
Instagram.
MySpace. No, just kidding. Instagram.
No, I was expecting more like Spotify or Apple
Yeah,
Music
me
type
too.
of answers,
Okay.
but sure. Instagram
I'd still say
fan club here.
Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. And how to get listeners quick?
Just throw your music out and start in, even if it's just two people listening to your songs, it's okay.
Yeah.
There, you got to have real fans. You got to have them real people
Yeah.
around you,
OGs.
so yeah.
I think one of the fastest way to get listeners is to create a challenge and try to other people make it. I feel like that's one of the fastest, ways to get more listeners, and to
Yeah.
post your songs on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, here in Nashville we have a term, sacred cows. So not having anything that you just are too precious about. Like if you have a demo, just freaking test it on Instagram. Like get it out there, let people
Yeah.
hear it right away.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful answers. I think that's all the time we have, honestly. But this has been so fun. I would have done another hour of this. So like,
Honestly.
let's start a group chat or something.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we
Cool
should make a
stuff.
group chat now.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Thank you so much for joining in. This has been beautiful and such a great energy coming from all three of you. I'm personally become like a 10 times over a fan through this conversation. Yeah, I'll let you guys log off and sign off. Feel free to, and I'll just wrap up the conversation with our followers by myself.
Awesome. Thank you
It was
guys
great.
so much.
Okay.
Have a
Thank you
great
so
rest of
much.
the day.
Thanks for
Bye.
having us. It was so
Bye.
nice meeting all of you guys.